Hi there. Today let's talk about an issue which afflicts almost all the buildings running a central cooling system, which we also call chillers. Cooling system heating up the energy bills. Does it ring a bell? It is a fact that HVAC systems, of which a chiller is a major component, account for upwards of 40% of your total electricity consumption. At times, it goes to more than 60%. It therefore stands to reason that any inefficiencies in the chiller system impact your energy consumption in a big way and in an adverse manner. That is not all. An inefficient operation of chillers is not only impacting your cash outflow in the form of energy bills and also hitting your sustainability and energy conservation targets, it is also the suboptimal operation is also impacting or rather reducing the life cycle of the chiller plant from 15 to 20 years to less than 10 years, thereby advancing your capital expenditure towards replacement. In our experience, most of the chillers are operating inefficiently. So how did we get there? The chiller system comprises of a big network of pipes, pumps, AHUs, cooling towers and other ancillary equipment. Potentially, things can go wrong at almost every stage. The design brief may specify impractical expectations. The heat load projections may be wrong. The designer or consultant oversizes the equipment to cater for redundancy. The equipment may not be installed with standard engineering practices. And finally, the plant may not be commissioned or commissioned by the installing agency, and everyone knows where that practice can take us. Then comes the operation and maintenance stage, and the system suffers in the hands of poor operating practices, lack of maintenance and system tampering to resolve extent issues. Then comes along a not so savvy energy expert who further messes up the system by optimizing individual components instead of optimizing the system as a whole. So you can see that the chiller system not operating efficiently is not yours, that is the current incumbents doing alone. Everyone contributes towards it. But if you continue living with the issues, that is on you. Chiller optimization makes absolute sense in view of rising energy prices, rising overall ambient temperatures, reducing your carbon footprint and be a sustainable organization, lowering the operating costs, enhancing system reliability and reduce the business impact, enhancing economic life cycle, thereby reducing the total cost of ownership. So how do you know if your chiller is operating efficiently? It's very simple. You can check the efficiency by measuring up your IKW or the COP, coefficient of performance, and comparing it with the design values. It is normally given in the data sheets, and if you have commissioned your system, the commissioning report will also have that input. We have seen that you don't necessarily need to go in for replacing the chiller if it is not operating efficiently. Optimization of the chiller can save up to 10 to 15% of energy without replacing any of the major components with an ROI of less than 1 year. We at Criticall are offering a gain share mechanism, something like an energy performance contract, wherein the savings that you realize from whatever we do to optimize the chiller actually pay for the improvements or the optimization of the chiller. Unfortunately, things become a tad complicated when the landlord controls, operates and maintains the chiller. It suffers from what is called a split incentive issue. The landlord, unless he is very benevolent, doesn't have any incentive to optimize the chiller, since all the benefits of optimization will actually go to the tenant, wherein he has to invest into optimizing the chiller. However, if you own and operate and maintain your own chillers, it makes absolute sense to go for it, and we can certainly stand to our promise of giving you a saving of 10 to 15% with an ROI of less than a year. Do let us know if you'd like us to assist you. You know whom to call.